Let me say this clearly. Calling yourself an introvert is keeping you stuck. Yes, maybe you're naturally introverted, but so am I. When you wear that label like a shield, you block opportunities, relationships, and growth. Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Kelly Marie, and I'm an NLP certified nutrition and mindset coach for mompreneurs who want to step into their next level and embody CEO energy. Today, we are talking about something real serious. I'm getting you together. I'm snatching your edges. We're going to step into main character energy. This is a series called Tough Love Diaries. And in each of these videos, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of, like I said, a pep talk. If you do this, you're here in the right place. You saw the title, you clicked on it. You've been calling yourself an introvert, and calling yourself an introvert is keeping you stuck. And I want to talk you through this just very quickly, because if you feel like I can't do this because I'm an introvert, I can't do that because I'm an introvert. And when I'm saying this and that, I'm talking about topics and items and tasks that you know, skills that you know you need to build in order to step into your next level of your business or step into your next level body that you are not doing or avoiding doing because you're saying I'm an introvert, and because of that reason, this feels inauthentic or misaligned for me. Be careful, sis. Labels can become limits, okay? Labels can become limits. When you constantly say, I'm an introvert, you start believing that you're incapable of doing certain things. You start believing that you're incapable of showing up. You start believing that you're incapable of speaking up, that you're incapable of being visible. And honestly, it's probably that you feel that you're not worthy of showing up and you're not worthy of being visible. But that becomes the story that you tell yourself, and it holds you back in your business and your life. But I want you to start to look at, what are the labels that I put on myself that are now becoming limits, okay? Because they're stopping me from stepping into doing the things that I need to do in order to get to my next level. And I'm not telling you to do anything that you shouldn't do. I'm not telling you to do anything that you feel like is not you, like it's not your vibe. But if you have clearly identified, here are the things I need to do in order to get results, and you're not doing them because you're saying that you're an introvert, that's when the conflict starts to come in. Discomfort is not a personality problem. It's not, okay? Every single time you elevate, you are going to have to step out of your comfort zone. I call it called out of the comfort zone. I say it in almost every single video. It is a cornerstone of my personal branding, my verbiage, and my speech. You are being called out of the comfort zone. And in between uncomfortable and abundance is faith. Because if he was calling you to do something that you felt super confident in, you would not need to have any faith or any leaning on him in order to get that thing done. What is she willing to do to get to the next level? Or is she willing to do this uncomfortable, thing to get to the next level? Is she willing to work a little bit harder? Is she willing to do things that she doesn't normally do? Is she willing to try things that she's never tried before? God is literally sharpening you. He's sharpening your skills. He's calling you to do something bigger, better, and greater than anything you've ever done before. Avoiding discomfort is not about being an introvert. It's about avoiding growth. You're avoiding growth if you're avoiding discomfort. Getting into a healthy lifestyle, it requires uncomfortable conversations. It requires uncomfortable visibility. It requires uncomfortable leadership. That's not about introversion. It's about courage. And what did I say at the beginning of this video? We're stepping into main character energy. We are embodying CEO energy. And so it's time for you to step up and rise to the occasion. Being introverted is an energy management style, not a life sentence. So you can still do all the things that people consider to be extroverted. You're just managing your energy in a different way. I have friends who are 6-figure business owners, 7-figure business owners. They're introverts. How are they able to do that? It's an energy management style. And that's what they look at it as. They don't look at it as a life sentence. They say, hey, I'm an introvert. Literally just had this conversation the other day with somebody. I'm an introvert. I network in sprints. I'm going to go out. I'm going to have a super networking weekend. I'm going to meet all these people, shake all these hands, and then I'm going to go home and take a nap for a week. It's identity versus skill set. You can learn to network, speak on camera, show up for your audience, all without being drained all the time. You just have to learn how to operate around your ebbs and flows and your energy levels. And I honestly recommend this for anybody, even if you're an extrovert, because what happens a lot with people who say I'm extroverted, they tend to be go, 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 and they burn out a lot faster than an introvert would, because an introvert, the energy management style of an introvert is I'm going to reserve my energy more than I need to. Whereas on the opposite spectrum for an extrovert, it's I'm going to spend out all this energy energy, hoping that the results and the reciprocation from the things that are happening around me are going to match up with the energy that I'm giving out. And that's not always the case. I want to know for y'all in the chat, in the comments below, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? Stop excusing inaction behind your identity, hiding behind who you are because you don't want to take action. And you don't want to be uncomfortable. Today, I want you to stop saying, I can't do that because I'm an introvert. Instead, say, I can learn to do this in a way that works for me. And I'll tell you something really important, a thought that hit me when I was in the car earlier. It was like, everything works. Everything works if you don't quit. Growth doesn't care about your label. Growth cares about your actions. If this hits home, share it with a mompreneur who you feel like is hiding behind their introvert label. Now listen, this is the Tough Love Diaries, okay? So friends, send it to friends. And here's the thing. Hey, friend, you are amazing. You have skills, you have knowledge, you have passion, you have experience that there are other women out there who deserve to have access to that and need your help. And I don't want you as a friend, okay? I don't want you to be stuck living your life hiding behind your introvert label and then never living up to your full purpose, never feeling fulfilled and always feeling drained because you're not really doing what God has called you to do. We are done playing small. And that is the end of this video. I will see y'all in the comment section. Bye.